Thank you guys for tuning into another video. Today we're going to take a look at the 2023 Acura RDX A-Spec super handling all-wheel drive. This one is liquid carbon metallic with the red interior. The RDX been in buy style for some time now, and for 23, nothing's really changed from 22. There's some new stuff that Acura has now, but as far as like equipment and like engine and features, stuff like that, it's still the same from 22. Design, everything's very similar. This color, I believe, came out in 22. Well, let's jump right into it. So first thing to notice, full LED, high beam, low beam. You do have the dual LED design. Dang, this thing is beautiful. I never really look at these in person, but beautiful design. You do have a chicane LED daytime running light. So this is supposed to be a shape of like a corner in motorsports, which is pretty cool. LED fog lights down below. In the bumpers, you can see you have this air pocket in the bumper, and I believe it's actually real. Yep, it's actually functional. Still got the air come in, probably go over the tires. You do have the Acura crest in the front with this grille that looks like you're speeding, like you're flying, and everything's surrounded by the Acura symbol. It's actually pretty cool. And the radar is in the A, and that's a huge symbol up front. You guys can see it. Got some gloss black around the grille because this is the A-Spec, so this is the more sportier looking one. It's intercooled as well, so got your grille down there. Some air going on down there. Little gloss black. I don't even know what to call this. I guess like some lower bumper or spat type thing going on. Not too sure. And the hood got a unique design. Got some bulges in the hood. Give it a more aggressive look to it. And you're gonna have these shark gray wheels. These are 20s, wheel size 255, 45, 20. And I believe Acura researched about over 20 different species of sharks to get this color. Yeah, it's just pretty. The metallic is very beautiful in the sun. Not too light, not too dark. I think it's a good touch. I have to flip it for you guys real fast to see the rear. The only thing I really don't like in the design of the RDX is the taillights. I feel like they could have had like a different type of aggressive. Everyone choose now to start working on their house stuff. I feel like they could have had a different design. Everything's LED, but the turn signal, I think the turn signal is a regular bulb, which should have been LED in this price range, but whatever. Get this gloss black diffuser at the bottom. Exhaust tips, what I love, because a lot of vehicles don't have exhaust tips anymore, especially in the luxury realm. Parking sensors front and back, so you do have the sensors in the back. Wipers, little roof spoiler. A-Spec badge, because this is the sport orientated version, and this also has the super handling all-wheel drive. It does have power tailgate. If you want the little kick feature, I believe you have to get a Advance or a A-Spec Advance. Pretty roomy back here. You have the lever to drop your seats down if you wanted to. This is pretty cool. I think that's the first time I've even dropped it. This is actually me and Charlie's, by the way. Like, this is our RDX, if you didn't know. I also added this all-season cargo mat tray for the trunk. Keep the carpet clean. And there is additional storage underneath. So I forgot to mention, go back a little bit. Anything all blurry. I forgot to mention right under here, you can lift that part up too, and there's additional storage under there too. And that's just gonna have your flat fix kit. You do have, I think there's a subwoofer under there too, but I forgot to show that in the video. But yeah, front license plate, bracket. There is no spare tire, so you actually get a flat fix kit. And this does have the ELS Studio 3D sound. I'll actually go over that when we get to the front, but super nice. The tailgate is adjustable too, so you can adjust it how high you want it to open. Just a clean look. Still pretty aggressive from the rear if you're looking at it. If you're behind it, you know there's an A-Spec. Still on the inside. It has smart entry on all 4 doors, so driver, passenger, and the rear doors, which is pretty cool. So you can tap to lock it, or you can put your hand in there to unlock for all 4 doors. Pretty cool. And capless filler. Used to having that. Jump on the inside. So we did get the red interior, and I gotta say the red interior is a beautiful. So I have the ultra suede in the middle, and it has like these, I forgot what they call this leather, like Milano leather or something like that, with the stitching, the pipe stitching. Really nice. Like, I don't know, love the red interior. Had to get that. So you can see more red on the door handle, some more ultra suede on the door. Actually pretty nice. First, get in the car. Actually show you guys a little Alright, go ahead and start it up. Push button start. But yeah, it's cool. Show you the little dance. Turn off my audio, that way my music don't start blasting. But the RDX doesn't have a full digital cluster like everyone pretty much has nowadays. You still get traditional analogs, and they're red with a red needle. I like it. It's very old school, still pretty sporty, pretty premium. Still have a helper screen in the middle, so you do have you have two wheels, but the right wheel will allow you to kind of scroll through all your different settings, which is pretty cool. So I don't have my road departure on, yes. But yeah, current speed, you can set it for trip computer, speedometer, you know, what safety features you have. This does have an Acura watch, so you'll have frontal collision braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, all that good stuff. You can have minimal, but I like to leave it on the, oh yeah, you can see view from the super handling all-wheel drive. And what's cool with the super handling all-wheel drive is the way how it splits the torque. Because on a CRV, it's front and back, but this is front, back, side to side, each individual wheel, which is pretty cool. Let's go back to, oh yeah, navigation, oil life. Let's go back to speedometer. But you have that guy. On the steering wheel, you can turn you actually have a power, you know what's so funny? I didn't even know I even had this. You have a power button to turn off your audio, which is pretty cool. You don't have to click the button. And you do have your volume, you do have your click wheel, next track, previous track. You do have voice command. Back key, you have apps, and I don't think have I ever used this before? Oh snap, okay. So we just got this. This thing had 200 miles on it. I've never really sat here and actually get to play with it. This is the first time I'm doing this on camera. I'll actually zoom in there so you guys can see. So you got USB when you hit apps, FM, AM, satellite, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay. Oh, you got Alexa built in, Android Auto. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's when you hit the little app key right here. But let's go back, keep it on that guy. And on the right side of the steering wheel, you have your cruise control settings. So you can turn on your adaptive cruise control. You have your lane keep assist, frontal collision braking, cancel, which is pretty cool. And like I said, this controls your information screen here. That's why you have a little eye on there. And because this is the A-Spec, see that guy right there, you do have the flat bottom steering wheel with kind of like a perforated leather grip. And the rest of it is all leather, and it's red stitch too, which is pretty cool. You do have these power shifters back here. I don't think anyone who buys this is going to use that, but it's pretty cool because you do have a 10-speed automatic transmission with this, and that's paired to a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that's turbocharged. Pretty much Honda's been using, and Acura been using this 2-liter for a minute. They have it in everything. They have it in Type R. They had it in 2.0 Accord, which is gone now. The TLX has it, the RDX of course has it. Most of the vehicles all have it. Come down over here, you do have parking sensors front and back. This is a shortcut to get to your safety features. So when you push that, it'll tell you what's on and what's off, which is pretty cool. Traction control, you always want that on. Brake hold, this is where your electronic parking brake is, and that's pretty much it. 2-position memory, and each key has a driver 1 and driver 2 in the back of it, and I can show you guys the key. So this is the key. You have lock, unlock, hold to pop the trunk, panic button, and there's also an emergency key inside. You push this button, slide it out, and you see I have driver 2 in the back. So if I save my position to driver 2, whenever I unlock the Acura with this key, my seat and my mirrors go back to how I last had it. Also, when you get the A-Spec, you get the ELS Studio 3D sound system, but this is a 16 speaker system, so it sounds, well, it's probably one of the best systems I've ever heard. Like, you even have speakers in the roof, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, and you have this aluminum kind of finish speaker here, and you have tweeters. I think speakers back here. There's speakers everywhere. If you go to tech package, which is one below this, or if you go with the base model, then you get the 9-speaker sound system. You do have auto headlights, and you do have fog lights, which is pretty cool. On the right side, you have your wiper controls, and you have front wipers for the whole thing, and this twist is for the rear wipers. And this doesn't have the auto sensitive windshield wipers. So you have to go to a higher trim to get that guy, but still pretty nice. Over here, you have a 10.2-inch display that's not touchscreen. And from the research I've been doing, everyone, I guess, hates this part of the RDX, that this is not touchscreen. Car Parts over here texting me talking about $30 discount. Because if you look at it, it's kind of far away. You can't really reach it if you're sitting back in your seat. And because of that, Acura actually give you this true touchpad. And the way how this works, it's like a mouse pad, almost like a laptop. But what's cool with this is, let's go home. On your home screen here, you have all your different apps you can go through, built-in navigation, which is pretty cool, but you're probably gonna use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But with this true touch pad is where you want to touch is where you touch on the pad. So for an example, navigation is on the far left, so you would touch the far left. So once you do that, it highlights it. Or Android Auto's right here, you can see it'll change. Or you can just hold your hover this and kind of move your hand around and click what you want to click on. And then what's cool too is you just click it like a mouse. So you go here and then click, and boom, it'll load up with your, whichever you want to view. And then yeah. Oh, to share your location, all that stuff. I'll worry about that later. I don't know if I'm ever gonna use the navigation in here, but it's pretty simple, easy to use. But like I said, you're gonna use your phone mostly. And on that right side over there, you probably see that there's a separate, like a little portion over there. There's another pad right here that goes up and down, and you use this to swipe up and down, and you can change whichever you want to view, which is pretty cool. Is that navigation? Yeah, that's navigation. That's pretty weird, but which is pretty cool. The same thing, like if you want to highlight something, you touch the top part right here, and it will highlight that, and you click it, and it will go into your settings, which is pretty cool. And Acura Link is actually free for 3 years. That's something I'm gonna go over. That's something that's new for 23. At least they give you that. Let's go back here, and also they give you a Acura Pass too, where you get free oil changes. I think for 2 years or 24,000 miles. So that's something the 22s didn't get. The 23s do get that because the price went up for 23, but then Acura threw in some of those stuff too. So don't know if that justifies it or not, but you do get that. And then this button here, if you choose it here, it'll pretty much show you a little shortcut which you can click on too, which is pretty cool. But I like to leave it on, what do I even leave it on? I think I leave it on time. And you have a back key here as well. So coming down to the climate control here, you do have your power for your on and off for the audio, which is cool because you have a button here as well. Damn, my hand ashy. Sheesh. Some lotion on, hold on. All right, we back. There we go. Got some lotion on these joints. So power button, next, and previous track. Of course, there's a helicopter flying over my head. Where's this man at? Look at this guy. It's one of those military planes though. Look at that thing. That's actually pretty cool. This thing is loud as hell though. All right, back to the infotainment system. I got a little distracted. So you do have dual zone climate control. I'm surprised you don't have tri, but I'm not surprised. This class don't really have tri. So driver's temperature here, passenger temperature there. You can turn sync on so you control both sides. For example, we push sync, and then if Shelly was here, she can freeze and turn to an ice cube if she wanted to, and I can stay at 75 degrees. Or you turn sync on, and you can just control both sides, which is pretty cool. On and off, different modes. You do have auto climate control, and the auto is pretty cool because if you leave it 75 degrees in here and turn on auto, the fan will blow more or less to keep it 75 degrees in here. And your different modes, AC on and off, fan speed, air diffuser, air circulation. So if this is on, it reuse air from inside here. If it's off, it reuse air from outside. Somebody passed gas, something like that, you guys dying in here. Front defrost, you have heated side mirrors and heated back glass. And what's cool with the A-Spec too is you have cool seats, so they're ventilated. So what it'll do is it'll suck the moisture off your bottom. You can hear it. It would suck the moisture off of you in the summertime when you're sweating and stuff. I'm turning that off because I don't need that right now. You have heated seats too, and then you have auto. So when auto is on, based on your temperature, it'll either turn on the heated seats or the cool seats based on the temperature you've set, which is pretty cool. Never had that before. And same thing for the passenger. And they have auto. It does have the auto stop feature where you press the brakes and you come to a stop, and it will temporarily turn off the engine. That's to turn that feature on and off. You have the dynamic mode. I haven't even messed with this yet, but what this allow you to do is to change the mode. So there's snow. Look at the cartoons they use. That's fire. And the sound. So you have normal, you have sport, normal, comfort, and snow, which is pretty cool. So we usually leave it in normal, because normal is kind of not too sporty but not too slow. Comfort is more comfortable, but who cares about sporty? And sport, full blown power. And your shifter is different too. It's a push button shifter. So this is just like the Odyssey, and in Honda world, the Odyssey has this. This 10 speed is like the 10 speed that used to be in the Accord. Now it's standard in the Pilot. But the Pilot actually get a second generation 10 speed. So I believe this is still that first generation 10 speed, which is pretty cool. But park, reverse, neutral, drive / sport. So you hit drive again, put you in sport mode. And depending on what thing you go in, it'll light up, let you know what you are. No 360 on the A-Spec. You have to go up higher to get that guy, but you do have a multi-angle view. So you have wide angle, normal, top down, cross traffic, and brightness, which is pretty cool. Put that park back on. We don't need to do that. And then this middle piece right here is actually pretty cool because you get this aluminum look. It looks very premium. Your cup holders here. You have one USB-A in there. So it's that guy. And it is like a double shelf type of system thingamajiggy. So wireless phone charger down here. Another, I think that's a USB-A. Is that USB-A? That's a USB-C. So USB-C and a power outlet, which is pretty cool. Like I said, wireless phone charger. And also, I did added all-season mats from Acura, so it's actually working. You see, when Shelly's been driving. This is Shelly's daily commuter, by the way. She's been picking up some blue pebbles and stuff on her shoes, but then I can take this out, flap it out, and then rocks are gone, which is pretty cool. But you got that guy, and then you have some more ultra suede over here, with some red stitching. Looks pretty nice. And then for the glove box, it's like a double tier system, which is pretty cool. So you have a pocket up there, and then pocket there, and then you can remove this. You can take this out if you want to and have it one big thing, which is pretty cool. Close that guy up. You do have an auto dimming rear view mirror with home link, so built-in garage buttons there, and that's to turn on and off the auto dimming rear view mirror. One thing that's cool about RDXs is they all come standard with the panoramic roof. So if I open that guy up, lets in a lot of light. That said, the red interior is beautiful, because the red interior is like super beautiful. Oh, I forgot to put that seat back up. That's okay. But yeah, that thing goes all the way back there, and then the moonroof actually opens to this portion here, and it'll go all the way back there. Actually, I'll show it to you guys. This is the first time I actually opened the moonroof since we had it. Never even opened this thing before. But it's pretty cool, and it opens pretty wide too, letting a lot of light, give you a more airy feel. All right, so close that up because we don't need the sun beaming on my head top right now. Put this thing back up. There we go. Also up here, you have your pretty much like your 911 assist. Acura. So with the Acura link, you have some packages you can get. I'm gonna show you guys on my phone. You can have a pretty much like an assistant, a 24-hour assistant that can have your card information, and they can set up reservations for you, book tickets for you, book appointments for you, and it's like a concierge is what they call it. But I don't need that. I ain't that bougie. But yeah, this is the open the moonroof, open the panoramic roof, and your door settings if you want the light on. You do have individual map lights, and they are LED. You also have sunglass holder, but you don't have a who threw that Cheeto mirror, which is interesting. And then for these visors, do have light in there. It's not LED, but it's cool. The A-Spec does add this ebony headliner. So this material is on the A-Spec, which is pretty cool. You guys got to touch it in person though. It's not the ultra suede, a little bit different. And you do have the camera back there for the Acura link. We're gonna jump out of here and actually go in the back seat so you guys can see that. Ultra suede comes right back in the back door too, so just like the front with the little red interior. Look at the seats. Look at the seats. And then back here, very spacious. I still have inches in behind myself. You have a mat pocket behind the driver and a mat pocket behind the passenger. And you do have two USB-Cs, which is cool. No controls or anything for the vents, but you do get air vents back here. And you can see the moonroof, the panoramic roof coming all the way back here, which is pretty cool. You get a cup holder with an armrest. And I don't think these recline. Do they recline? Rear seats does not recline. And oh, I just know some speakers back there too. Like I said, there's speakers everywhere, which is pretty cool. All-season mat I added back here. But it's comfortable. If we're on a road trip and we carrying anyone, they're gonna love it back here. It's pretty roomy. Day and night different from the Civic. And also check out the link above. We traded in our Civic Touring. We had a 22 Civic Touring. We traded in for this 23 RDX A-Spec. And you can see the cockpit from up here. Very, very sporty. In today's car world, I know most cars nowadays have a big screen with less buttons. All you see is a sea of buttons over here. So if you're kind of old school and traditional, you want some luxury, but you don't want the new, like, you know, if you want to change your heated seats, you have to go through a screen. If you want to change your climate control, you have to go through a screen. You want buttons, and you just want to make a quick change, you're going to love this interior. But if you want the latest interior where it's a big tablet and everything's on screen like a Tesla, then you're going to hate it in here because this is still pretty old school, especially with the non-digital cluster. But I actually like it like this. I'll be fine if I had a digital cluster or a non-digital cluster, don't matter, but I like having buttons. I don't know how people is getting used to just having a big tablet screen and everything's on the screen, and you know, you're trying to change something real fast, so you gotta look at the screen, you can't just hit a button. I don't know how people doing it, but that's that's the car world nowadays, though. Let me show you guys the window sticker. So 23, super handling, all-wheel drive, RDX, A-Spec, liquid carbon metallic with red interior. MSRP is $51,195. And like I said, Acura threw in 3 years of Acura Link, and I'm gonna go over that too once we get to the trim and the oil change, the Acura Pass. Because the price did go up. I think I don't know how much it did from last year, but the price did go up though. Compared to the Touring Civic that we had though, this is, I mean, it's a big jump. You know, going from a Civic to an RDX, it's Honda to Acura, it's a big jump. But this feels so much more planted, it's way smoother. And then we jumped up to a 277 horsepower versus the 190? Yeah, 190. Shame on me for not knowing this. I've did so many Civic videos. It's 180 horsepower. I don't know where I was thinking about 190. I jumped into an Acura and I just figured how Honda works, I guess. So day and night difference in performance and power. Oh, let me show you guys the gas mileage. So this thing, of course the highway's ripped, but I think it's 21 city and about 27 highway, if I'm not mistaken. And if you get front wheel drive, it should be 22, 28, something like that. So the Civic, obviously, the smaller car, more fuel efficient motor, less power, makes more better gas mileage. But it's not bad for this being a luxury premium, you know, SUV that makes 277 horsepower, which is 272. It actually makes 272 horsepower. I don't know what I was talking about with 277. But yeah, 10-speed automatic, super handling, all-wheel drive. Actually, pretty nice, really nice. The liquid carbon color that I got is actually $500. Oh, it's $600 too for this color. So if you get like black or something like that, then they don't charge you more for the color. But the overall drive though, it feels very premium. Like where we will be driving the Civic, and as it gets windy and you can hear more wind noise. In this thing, it's way more quiet. It's actually really nice. And I forgot to point out, blind spot monitoring is on the inside of the side mirrors, not on the outside like most vehicles. But the drive though, it feels super nice. I haven't driven this thing in sport mode or comfort mode or anything else yet, but this is gonna be our daily driver, and we're planning to keep this for a while, so I can, you know, we're gonna do more videos as time go by based on the driving and stuff like that. But let's jump into the trim walk. Like I always tell you guys, if you made this far in the video, I appreciate you. So 23 RDX A-Spec, and here's the lineup. It's RDX, this is your base model. You have the tech package, you have the A-Spec, you have the Advance, and then you have the A-Spec with Advance. So pretty much that the name tells you what that is. It looks just like mine, but has all the features. And also that A-Spec with Advance is not it's never been that way. I think the Advance was always the highest package, and they recently added that. I don't know if they added it last year. But on top of what the base give you, the A-Spec is going to give you the 20-inch shark gray aluminum wheels like I showed you guys. The 255, 45, 20 high performance all season tires, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they're not just summer tires. You can, you know, be Gucci. But A-Spec exterior styling, so that's like some of the blacked out pieces. Like there's no chrome on the car. You saw everything's blacked out pretty much. You have the LED fog lights. You have the leather wrap, flat bottom steering wheel. You guys saw heated and ventilated seats. I don't know why I say heated like that. Sport seats with a perforated Milano premium leather and ultra suede in the middle. Got your trim, interior contrast stitching and piping. Beautiful seats. Wide pattern, dark brush aluminum trim. A-Spec, and oh, you know what? I forgot to point that out. The aluminum trim too. So like on the dash, it has this like unique looking look to it. Usually cars will put carbon there, but it was a different type of design. I forgot to show you guys that. A-Spec insignia step garnish. Oh yeah, and the door sill. There's the A-Spec right there in the door. So I to show you guys that. And then the sport pedals. So what's cool with the pedals is usually with vehicles will have sport pedals, but it'll be the gas and the brake and the clutch, or just gas and brake that have like a good material, and the dead pedal would be plastic. The dead pedal is the same material too as the gas and the brake. I don't know if it's the same material, but it looks like it's the same material, which is pretty cool. And you have the ebony headline, like I show you guys, and the ELS Studio 3D premium audio system with the 16 speakers. So the A-Spec, like I said, it's the tech package, but with more sportier goodies. It looks more sportier. It does have a way better sound system. That's like a huge thing. The sound system and the heated and ventilated seats is actually a huge deal from the tech package. Everything else is more aesthetics, The seating too is actually, the seating, steering wheel does feel good too. So that stuff is actually pretty good. The tires make a difference, and the sport pedals, all that good stuff. But it's a nice package. I think you get a lot of vehicles for this price range. And the next step up is advanced. I don't know if I'm gonna do more RDXs on the channel. Maybe, maybe not. I'll actually go briefly through the advanced. So the next trim up will give you the adaptive damping system, which don't really care about, but it's back to 19s on the advanced. You go back to 20s when you get the A-Spec advanced. So I think, yeah, the tech is 19s and the base is 19s. So only the A-Spec and the A-Spec advanced get the 20s, which is pretty cool. Rain sensing windshield wipers, I was telling you guys that. The wiper de-icer, power folding side mirrors. You get the 360 camera on the advanced, and you also get the same 3D premium sound system. You get a heads-up display too, which is cool. Adjustable, oh yeah, the adjustable tailgate with the hands-free, so a little kick feature in the trunk. And you get a 16-way power front seat on the A-Spec. I didn't even tell you guys what it is, but I think it's the same thing like the base model. I think it's like it's a 12-way. Yeah, it's a 12-way on the A-Spec, 16 on the advanced with lumbar support and thigh extension, which is crazy, and the side bolster. So you get a way more configuration with the seats on the next one up, which we really didn't need. Heated second row. That's a good thing. Sport seats with the same. You get the same type of Milano premium leather, which is cool. Open wood interior. Heated steering wheel. Get remote start on the key. That's the thing. Like, I miss having remote start on the key on the Civic. And you do get an RDX, but you have to get an advanced acoustic rear side glass, because I think the front windshield is acoustic, right? Yeah. So, oh no, so the acoustic front side glass. So I had to use the fine real fast. So yeah, so on the tech you get the acoustic side glass, and with the A-Spec, and if you go up to this guy, you get the acoustic rear side glass too. Interesting. Okay, so I guess the advanced should be a little bit more quieter, and then the A-Spec with advanced, it's literally these two packages put together. So it's everything that advanced have plus. Oh, you do get puddle lights though. Do I get puddle lights? I don't know if I get puddle lights. I don't think I get puddle lights. We get puddle lights on here. That's cool. That's everything else is still the same. I do want to do more Acuras in the future. I know I've been doing a lot of Hondas on my channel. I mean, I work at Honda, so of course. But I think we're gonna do some more Acuras as well. But I'm gonna end everything here. I hope you guys enjoyed the walk around, quick little video. And we're gonna do more, I guess, get more deeper into the RDX as we own it a little bit more and talk about it a little bit more. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you check out my last vid. Not my last vid, but the vid I made when we picked it up as well. And I will catch you guys in the next video.